He has to line up. I mean, my mom and my dad are one, so
Okay.
I believe that.
Yeah. Are you a daddy's girl?
I am.
Okay, that's what, because I said, I noticed she didn't say anything about mom. Just like left Queen out, just left the Queen out, just talked about King all the time. So, did you have a good relationship with your mother?
Yeah.
Okay, but you didn't bring her up.
No.
Okay, how do you think she feels about that?
I think that my mom understands. I mean, we didn't. I mean, I'm sure if we segue the conversation, I would definitely. My mom is a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife.
I'm sure she is. It's really hard being a queen.
Yeah,
We have so many hats to wear.
Yeah.
We really do. Do you have any siblings?
I have 2 brothers.
Okay, so you're a daddy's girl.
I am a daddy's girl.
Like Brielle, Joshua, like Brielle,
I
right?
respect both parents, but you know, like I'm sure when it comes to my future and them like giving me away, they would come together on that. But at the end of the day, like until I'm married, my dad covers me. You know.
I believe that. I believe that. The reason why I asked you that is because my mother was an only daughter, and she had 2 brothers like you, and she was a daddy's girl, and she really didn't bring up her mother that much. You know, even though her mother died when she was 5, and she was raised by a grandmother. And now that my mother's 86, she always talks about regrets. It's like, even with her grandmother, she says, I regret I didn't see her enough. I regret, even though her grandmother raised her, she says she wasn't there at it when she was dying, and she feels bad that she didn't go see it. So now she keeps talking about her grandmother all the time. And that's why I asked you that, because, and the reason why is because I got up this morning and I wear a lot of hats. My mother's living with me, my father passed a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, thank you, I appreciate that. But you know what? I know he was a Christian. I know that he is with the Lord, and he served his time. He died at an old age, like 90 something. So we got to be thankful for that. But my mom is with me. So when I get up in the morning, it's not just me. It's like I got to make sure everything is set up even before I walk out the door, you know? And so that's what I mean about queens wearing so many hats. When you're a mom, you're not just a mom. You're a wife. You are everything. You are a mother. You are everything to everybody. And that is why I always talk about queens, because I think sometimes people really don't understand what it takes to be a woman. You know, we're not taking anything away from the man, because a queen is just a female king, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. But I really think that women don't get their due, especially black women. And we're gonna talk about that. Because black women are not where they should be as popularity, even though we are the ones that built the foundation for this country, okay? We're not gonna leave that out, okay? We know what it was like in slavery. We know she was taking care of the master and her house too. So women, queens, should always be recognized for who they are, because they have contributed so much emotionally, spiritually, mentally, everything. Everything you can think of. There's a woman behind every good man. A man can't do nothing without a woman. That is why it is so important that if whoever you decide to be with, he has got to recognize your platform. He's got to recognize how much you mean to him, because you're not going to just be his wife. You're going to be mother. You're going to be like CEO of your house, because I know I'm the CEO of my house. It's like, okay, this bill paid, did we do this, everybody got their lunch, and everybody get to the doctor, and it just goes on. It never ends. So when you decide to get married, everybody got to know, you got a lot of stuff to do. And he better recognize and appreciate it for who you are as a queen on that throne. So yeah, we giving credit to the men, but we also know man came from woman, and that's why men love a woman that is a nurturer. A man, I don't care if your waistline is 18, I don't care if your chest is big, I don't care. He's gonna go for the woman that's gonna be his confidant. He's gonna go for the woman that nurtures him, that listens to his problems. He's going to be for the woman that is quiet, not complaining chronically all day. Because when he come home, he wants to feel like a king, right? And see, a woman's job is to recognize that even though he's the king, she done already set the stage when he walked through that door. That's how much power she got. That's how much power she got. So that's why when I asked you about your mom, yeah, you know, she's a queen. And he can't do nothing without her. If she died tomorrow, your father would, he would hardly be able to make it. Honestly, he wouldn't. Because it is so hard for a man to be alone. Am I right?
Absolutely. I can't go a day without it.
That's right. It is hard because men don't do well when they're by themselves, do they?
No.
Studies show that men do not have a long life expectancy.
I was, you know, it's funny. I was telling my wife, you know, men, when we're by ourselves, our refrigerators look completely different. Our laundry patterns look completely different.
Yeah.
The things we do, like,
Yeah.
you know, we'll go to the store, get some sandwich meat, some bread, and that's what we're eating all week. So it's a major downgrade. As a
Oodles and
single man.
noodles, huh?
Yeah, oodles and noodles. You know, I'm not hungry right now. I'm just gonna miss this meal. I mean, it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah. It is a different lifestyle, and that is because I really believe it's because you come from us. That and you were raised by a female. Most of us. I'm not saying everybody world. Don't say, oh, Queen said. No, listen. I know that everybody's household is different, but we're talking about the traditional lifestyle where, okay, I'm getting a cue. Okay, all right. So should we take a break now, Ron? Okay, thank you. All right, so what I was saying is that when men are by themselves, they don't really, because they grow up with one, if their mother didn't die, you know. They're used to having someone make breakfast. They're used to having someone talk to them. They're used to saying, you know, they're used to so much of a female in their life that if she's not there, I really believe that that's why a lot of them grow up hard and angry. Because, you know, if you're not hugging your child and saying, I love you, you're great, you can do this. You know, that means a lot. That means a lot to a child, especially a male child, especially a male black child. That black men need to be honored because they come from some really difficult times. Think about slavery. Think about what they had to go through. And to put their head down to someone else and be treated like a boy when they know they're a man. That's hard. So I think what I want to talk about going in the next segment is the late Kevin Samuel. A lot of stuff happened with that. He left a stench to some people, and he also left his footprint on the world for us to think about some of the things. His delivery may not have been that great, but a lot of the things he said was true. I say that because, and I want to ask Nikki about this.
I was on this show, just to tell you.
Huh?
I was on Kevin's show.
Oh, you were. Oh, awesome. This is gonna be awesome. I say that because one of the things he had talked about is the new, I'm going to say the new modern woman, you know, and how we've changed. But I feel that the modern woman has changed. Honestly, it's because they didn't have a choice. When you are in survival mode, you do what you got to do. And you got to put the wall up. And you got to be strong, right? Because no one else is there for you, right? So, but he's saying, I didn't like everything. He's saying that, well, you know, I think you need to scale it back some. And on that note, we're going to take a break. Thank you.